Hello, hello, hello again. Welcome, everyone, and apologies for being late. We are going to be playing Outer Wilds today, and the reason I'm delayed is hilariously relevant. I was distracted watching Apollo 13 footage, of all things. I'm just getting in the vibe, I swear. Totally wasn't distracted for half an hour. But yeah, we're going to be playing a funny space game today. It's going to be a vibe. Absolutely real. I do apologize. I do try and keep a firm schedule. This is a rare blunder for me, but we'll get into it. It'll be a vibe. We'll still get the 2 hours. Let's do it. Sweet. All right. Let's get our shit on. Yeah. Music. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hello, Trigum. Hello, Tulpin. Hello, Neko. Hello, Tango. And hello, Ellie. Hello. Welcome. I had a thought when I was starting the stream. Sorry, I'm late. Don't worry. You're far from the only one. So I had a thought as I was starting up, namely a couple thoughts on this screen right here, which y'all early birds are probably familiar with, but I've had some thoughts for that and a couple other intro things that I'm not going to give away right now because those could actually be really cool creative upgrades in the future. But one thing in particular, that part of the stream is just like silent. It's completely silent, and the kind of point of it is that this is supposed to just be like a buffer screen before the actual stream starts. Like the stream officially starts when the music rolls in and we get to this screen. But a thought I've had is maybe some sort of just like a looping ambient thing could be cool.
It's time to drink water.
It is time to drink water.
It's time
I'm
to
gonna
drink
briefly
water.
detour. Yes, absolutely. It is time to drink water. If you have water with you, you should drink it. If you don't have water, you should go get some because water's good for you. I will drink to that. Hell yeah. I fucking love water. Oh my god. I drank too much. Went down the wrong way. Whoops. We're fine. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I do have some looping ambient stuff that I could play that I actually made quite a while back. I could probably do with refreshing it, doing some like fresh mixing stuff on it. You know, that could be cool. It is a thought. So I'm curious what y'all think. Having some looping ambience on this screen, just so it's all completely silent. And essentially what I do is like I would gradually bring the volume down on that and then bring in the proper intro music. That's kind of the thought that I had. So yeah. Ellie, thank you so much for the Prime. 2 months. My goodness. That's so cool. Thank you so much. But yeah, that is a thought. I have no other thoughts. Oh, you know what? Hey, chat. I told you I would forget. I have to take down the Halloween decorations. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Let's drop that background out. Let me fix my beanbag. I gotta remove the tint on my beanbag. Let's put the regular tree back. I don't remember where'd this come from. I don't remember putting that there. Why do I just have a fucking hat? I have no earthly idea. I don't remember what that was for. All right, well, yeah, we're back to normal. I fucking predicted it. A couple streams ago, I said, hey guys, when I put all this together, I'm gonna completely fucking forget to do so. Do we even have a note here? Oh, no, you know what? I probably put a note there, and then, because I resync my notes between my Mac and my PC, they probably didn't, like, they failed to sync correctly, and I lost them. That's probably what happened. Yeehaw! I mean, with how I play Outer Wilds, that's not actually the worst thing for me to use. It's kind of relevant. Not gonna lie though, the Apollo 13 footage that I was watching earlier, kind of making me want to do Kerbal Space Program instead. I'm not gonna pivot, unless you really want me to. But it's an idea. Kerbal Space Program is actually already on my list of games to play, believe it or not. Very space-themed month already, I think. Someone dropped 10 gifts, Arias of Halloween stuff. Tell you what, if someone puts 10 gifted in, I will take the time after this stream. That's maybe not tonight, but at least tomorrow. And I will, like, do up, like, a full set of decorations. I don't know exactly how I'll go about it. It might be really silly, but y'all are here for the silly, I reckon. A Zenkat's Ultra Kill suggestion? See, I saw the Ultra Kill one. It's an interesting one. Yeah, it's an interesting one. That's all I can say. It's like, it's out of my usual style of game. In a number of different ways, I guess. Like, of course, last month we were going like all horror stuff, right? Which is very out of my usual wheelhouse. And that was a great old time until I got to Soma and then I shit myself. But, yeah, like, it's a very, my understanding is it's a very high skill shooter. And maybe I could just, you know, say, fuck it, we ball. Maybe I, like, suck ass. Maybe I only do one stream of it. I don't know if I could do a full playthrough in any case. I mean, as it is, we're going quite deep into Outer Wilds. It's a funny thing with non-linear games. I feel this need to do all of the side quests. In fact, there's another game that I've been playing that I highly recommend, actually. Here we are. Caravan Sandwich. I've been playing this. This is like just a personal game. That's what I reserved it to. I hadn't played in quite a bit, but I came back to it the other day. This is a very nice, just single player, like adventure kind of quest game. It's really nice. I love the art style. Characters are cool. Gameplay mechanics are cool. There's lots of cool stuff in this game. Highly recommend. I'm actually very, very close to finishing it, as I understand it. Very nice game. Literally just found it because the developer is like posting stuff on Blue Sky. So it was like freak chance, but it's very cool. Hold on, I'll blaze up here so you can actually see the game a little bit better. Look at that. Really nice game. Very cool looking. Yeah, I've been playing this personally, and it's been pretty great. It does have a linear story, but there's a lot of side quests that you can go on. And I am a min-maxer when it comes to these side quests. I actually... when I say I'm really close to finishing it, I mean I got an achievement in my last play session saying I completed all of the side quests. That seems pretty damning. I might be there. Also, wait. Y'all see how my mouse is like up here, but it's also like over my avatar's head? It's not even like the window is open here. Like if I click this, it's on a different monitor. What the hell? Tell you what, I'm gonna test something actually, because I think this is indicative of an issue I've been having for a while. Yes. Okay, my bad. The capture for this has been using has been including my mouse cursor the whole time. My setup, for those who don't know, obviously I stream on Linux, in case that wasn't immensely obvious already. But I use like a Vulkan game capture situation. So I believe it hooks into, this is going to get slightly nerdy, it hooks into like the Vulkan frame buffer, I think, for Videotube, which is my little PNG software. Here she is. Here's the gal behind the scenes. Yeah, I use that to hook into it as effectively my game capture. The only reason I don't use that game capture for all of my games is that the game itself has to be launched using that Vulkan game capture in order for it to work. It's a little awkward. I might have a pipeline for it set up at some point in the future. I just haven't just yet. What was it though? Yeah, that's what I've been using. And there was a checkbox on it for like capture cursor. And I guess some weird Linuxy reason, despite it being on a different monitor, it still like recognized, oh, well, the cursor's probably roughly around here or whatever. It's fine. You switch my main computer over to Linux sometime. I'll be real. It's like, I haven't looked back. My setup is kind of particular. This machine is very much for like a mix of development and gaming / streaming. And that's most of what I do with it. Basic web browsing stuff notwithstanding, because that works on pretty much every operating system. Specific things like video editing, graphic design, photo editing, music production, which is a huge part of what I do, I don't do on this system. I still do that on my MacBook Pro that I got around the time when I switched. My setup is tailored to me, but I think that is perfectly okay. Frankly, if Linux does everything you need it to do, please switch. Abso-fucking-lutely. Get the fuck off Windows. I don't, like, that's one thing I will be kind of firm on. I think we just gotta be done with Windows. Short of some weird, super niche legacy software that only works on Windows for some fucking reason, there's very little reason to stay on it anymore. It's a sinking ship. It's very unfortunate. Yes, but consider this no. And you know what? If you just don't fucking feel like it, okay. But yeah, I dipped my toes into the, Linux daily driver stuff a bunch of times in the past, and it was in February when I officially did it for the last time, and I've not gone back. And I'm so entrenched in it now, where touching Windows makes me feel uncomfortable now. Trying a VM? Nah. Using someone else's Windows computer? Nah. It doesn't feel the same. It sucks. And I feel a lot more comfy coming back to my Linux setup that I know is very much tweaked the way that I want it to be, and everything that isn't the way I want it to be is a user configuration error. I can usually at least like assert that. Yeah. For example, actually, there's some, I'm not running the latest version of KDE Plasma, my desktop, and I found out part of that is because Void Linux, the distro that I use, does not package the latest version of Plasma. We're on 6.5, I'm on 6.4, so I'm missing out on some features I'd really like. So I'm actually considering a switch to Arch as a result of that. But yeah, Linux good. Also, hi Julia, hi. Every time I boot up Windows now, I'm like, oh god, how do people tolerate this? Yeah, pretty much. I think a lot of people just like, a lot of people don't know the grass is greener, and those who do know the grass is greener are like, yeah, but this software, which is fair enough. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to ask you to completely break your workflow. I made the very risky decision of heavily migrating much of my workflow. But I did it in such a way that was very optimal for my use case. I know Linux is really solid for gaming. I know that most of the software I like to use for streaming is already open source, or I can find alternatives. Like it's well enough established. Music production I could conceivably get done on Linux if I switched to Bitwig. I'm not quite there yet. I'm very comfortable using Ableton for my stuff. Whereas on macOS, I know like all of my photo, graphic design, video editing, music production, all of those creative pipelines work really nicely on MacBooks, or just Macs in general on macOS. So it was a setup that really, really worked for me, but it depends on the person, It definitely depends on the person. You will certainly not regress rolling release. I can never forget. Rolling release is when they just like regularly like update the packages in the repos and then you just pull them in, right? I believe it's is it like fixed release, fixed version or something where you like Fedora kind of has like major version releases that actually update packages. I don't remember. I always forget. Terminology's weird. Hey Artie, did I ever tell you about my first experience using a fossil distro? As in a really old one or one actually based off fossils? I'm confused. Only issue I ever had when I was using Linux was Minecraft. Couldn't figure out how to start OpenAL, the audio engine, when I was working on mods. Weird. I've never heard of that being a problem. I did recently hear that Mojang have switched over to using Wayland primarily in OpenGL. That's really great. I have heard ridiculous performance improvements on that, by the way. Claire, who's running like an older enough GPU compared to me, right? So weaker hardware, was able to get like 1,000 FPS on stock. No mods. That is unfucking heard of. Even with mods, I don't think I've ever hit 1,000 FPS. That shit's crazy. So I really want to check that out. Apparently they've been doing a lot of under the hood improvements. 1MC version, latest. Apparently through 1.21, they've just been doing like a shitload of backend work, and it's apparently been paying off. Like, if y'all want me to test that right now, I'm detouring so hard, but I'm down to pull that up right now because I've actually been meaning to make the time to have a look at that. Happy to know that our Melody Live will be joined by Sandwich Meal Deal today. That's huge. That is huge. Shout out Meal Deal. My favorite. Meal deals are actually like saving the economy in our part of Europe. Western Europe is saved by the meal deal. I'm yapping too hard. I need a drink. I do have a couple Lynx machines though on the side. Hell yeah, yeah. Experiment, absolutely. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Arch gets updates way sooner than stable distros like Arch gets updates way sooner than stable distros like Ubuntu or Fedora, but the drawback is sometimes shit breaks. Yes, it is definitely a personal tolerance thing. That's why I would generally recommend Fedora to a lot of first-time users, because, or specifically Fedora with KDE Plasma, because it's pretty damn stable enough that Linus Torvalds himself uses it. It's pretty familiar to Windows because it's Plasma. And generally speaking, like, shit will just work. Like, there's gaming distros based off Fedora, if I recall correctly. I keep thinking it's Bazite, but it's not Bazite. Bazite, I'm pretty sure, is Arch-based. Or I'm talking out my ass. I don't know. But I know that there is a gaming VM based off Fedora. That much I am sure of. Just can't remember the name. But yeah, depending on your tolerance, that works. For me, I already use Void Linux. I already lack a shitload of community support that Arch users do get because of their market share. If anything, going to Arch would be an upgrade for my current situation. But going something Debian-based would be a downgrade for me. If for no other reason than the GPU driver support, that would kill me. That's what I refer to Ubuntu and Debian as no feature updates until version increment. Interesting, yeah. I think I've heard someone about Whale and stuff. Yeah, audio was interesting for like a decade plus, with no solution completely working and having compatibility, which is nuts. But now we live in the age of Pipewire, and I could just plug my Focusrite Scarlett Solo into my PC, and it just fucking worked. No frills, no thrills. First fucking time. So good. I may have gotten a user level driver at some points, but that I think was just to get like extra control over the device through software. Other than that, plug and play. I have had very little complaints. And also just Pipewire is fucking goated. Typoed as Popewire. I want Mojang to take a break from feature updates and just fix all the tech debt for 2 years. I think that's kind of what they've been doing. And I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm excited for when they are able to go back to feature updates, but also, let's be real, given the track record, no one's going to be happy with the feature updates anyways, because that's just how it's going to be. It doesn't matter whether or not I like them or not. People will complain. So, like, they're not going to please everyone. United by meal deals. They're helping someone with a tech debt with all the renderer work they've been doing. Mace reached a 3-stream streak. Fuck. Huge. They're helping someone with the tech debt with all the render work they've been doing. Yeah, absolutely. I think just from what I have known, from what I've understood, the render has been, like, rendering code has been their biggest source of tech debt. It was kind of a mess from the very beginning. That's, I guess, why so, like, optimization mods have been a staple of Minecraft modding and pretty much every mod pack that exists since modding. That's very much been a long-standing issue. If we can get to a point where I can just confidently open up Minecraft and go, I don't really need sodium, you know, that would be great. I would be delighted. That would be awesome. My first experience with the fossil distro, Ubuntu. Oh, I see. Older ones. Open VM, install, reboot VM, immediately shits itself or removes the ability to use Wi-Fi. Let's go. Year of the Schminnick Schmeckstop, my favorite. Mint for desktop, Gen 2 for experimentation. I feel that, yeah. Linux Mint for desktop. Despite me generally not vibing with Debian for desktop, Mint I'll make a slight exception for, just because it is so friendly to newcomers, as I see it. And it's recommended by newcomers. Newcomers that go onto it rarely have complaints. It's been solid. I read a blog post from someone today about how they actually recently ditched Windows 10, given the end of life updates, and they switched to Mint, and they've been very happy with it, and I'm happy for them. That is awesome. I tried Fedora and bounced off because all the Flatpaks and default repo were like months to years out of date and missing features I'd gotten used to. That is unfortunate. The default repo, like Fedora's own? Have you tried Flatpak's own repos, I wonder? Because that is kind of up to the Flatpak maintainer. And I think they're mostly just going to use like Flatpak Central Repository, generally speaking. Make sure to pick the distro that doesn't cause Steam to seg files. Again, it was a driver issue, May. It was because I installed my drivers incorrectly. I've now very much I've very much conceded on that. Like, yeah, no, that was a me problem, 100%. It wasn't a Steam problem. It wasn't a GPU problem. The most I could have asked for were better errors, but I also don't know if anyone else has necessarily fucked up their drivers in the way that I did. And I was also hopping on board like as the NVIDIA Open Kernel module was only just like hitting stable. So I was like really rushing to use that. And yeah, my distro didn't quite package it. So I had to kind of go on my way and do some weird shit. And that's probably a lot of what broke it. I'm so behind. I'm still on like Pipewire messages. That's crazy. Pipewire don't have constant W's, challenge impossible. True. It's funny, like, yeah, Pipewire just W after W. The reason that my stream works as well as it does is in large part thanks to Pipewire. Like, hold on. If you'd please consult the graph. Ignore the rat's nest. Every part that's like weirdly placed is something automated. I don't know why they place them there, but like this huge part of my fucking setup right here. Game audio goes in here, music goes in here. If I want to add another channel, I can, but I have this split, and this is actually so fucking useful for VODs. Because in theory, I could play whatever music I wanted on Twitch, get VOD muted, not care. I still try not to get VOD muted. But if that ever happens, I don't have to worry about it for the YouTube version. I can just not include the music track if I don't want to. And, you know, when I'm doing more complex edits or whatever, I can just like stick in my own music. It's great. It's perfect. I love it. My beloved. And that is thanks to Pipewire. That software, by the way, is called, what is it? QPW or something? QPW Graph? QPW Graph, a Pipewire Graph Qt GUI interface. That's a mouthful, but very handy. Very, very good. If you use Helvum before, it's like Helvum, but better. I think Mojang should make most of the mods in fabulously optimized obsolete by improving the base game. Yeah, true. I have never heard of a game that has had a modding community more centered around optimization than Minecraft. I've just not seen it. Well, Skyrim, or sorry, just the Elder Scrolls series would be a close contender, but I think Bethesda is a bizarre outlier because they are also using a 3-decade-old engine or whatever the fuck. So, is what it is. If I was in charge of Mojang, I'd put everything on hold to make chunk loading multi-threaded. I actually find it amazing that that's not already happened. And the reason that I mention that in part is because I literally wrote my own like chunk. I don't think it was chunk loading. It was chunk generation, but tomato, I guess, at the end of the day. But I was writing my own like chunk generation. I was like, I want this to run like fast. I want it to be like really smooth if I'm like moving around the map really quickly. So I just made it multi-threaded. And it didn't take me a crazy amount of time. I just got like, okay, cool. We'll have like 4 threads that'll just generate chunks and just add them to memory. And it just worked. And it was just like fast. I don't know, is there some crazy architectural reason why they can't make that work? But hopefully they make that work eventually. If I was Mojang, I would add the doopy goopy creature and wait for the creature to say, fuck, I hate it. Huge. I want that feature. I'm so fucking far behind, holy shit. I thought the work currency currently is trying to decouple the rendering and separate it out into its own thread. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. First time using Ubuntu on one of their LTS releases, crashed constantly on all 6 computers with varying hardware I had access to. After that, I didn't want to touch it. Yeah. So I've heard people talk about the hardware lottery a lot. Yeah. I mean, I kind of went in danger zone. Like, I have a modern NVIDIA GPU, but I jumped in at a time when it was just getting really, really good for people with modern NVIDIA GPUs because of the open kernel driver. Try Minecraft 121.10. The performance seems quite good on my settings. How did they manage this? Optimization! Oh yeah, you got on Linux before I did full time. Yeah. Wasn't I, like, helping a little bit? I don't remember. Also, if you haven't heard, they're making future versions not obfuscated anymore. I did see that article. That is cool. Excited for like all of the complaints on the mod framework side, but I think overall this is a good long-term thing. I think the API should be a lot more stable, which is good. That's very good. If just anything becomes more fucking stable in that game, that will be a blessing. Uninstalls XGG portals from your stream. Fuck! Doodle FM, never VOD muted since day one. Fucking true. Absolutely. Scarlet Solo 3rd gen, what? If you're referring to my DAC, yeah. I use a Scarlet Solo 3rd gen. 80 to 200 FPS on my Steam Deck on latest Minecraft. 12 chunks on fast graphics. Woo, baby. I'd put that up to fancy. Unless you prefer the look of the leaves or whatever, because that's fair enough. But yeah, that's so good. That's so good. 12 chunks. Well over 60. I can't believe I even have to like think about that. That's nuts. I should slow-mo chat while Ari catches up. Low-key. Huge. We're okay though. I'm catching up now. Faster in full screen. You weren't even in full screen. Huge. Also, Ari, modern Minecraft has multi-threaded chunk building and generation, I think. Oh, good. Cool. Happy about that. Because I was thinking, like, yeah, that doesn't seem like a crazy big deal. I haven't, like, super closely followed Minecraft's development in how their backend works, but I know that, like, the older backend was horrible. Really, really bad. I know they definitely, they do... Okay, wait, they have multi-threading. Is it multi-core? Because I know that can be a weird thing. Multi-threaded doesn't necessarily mean multi-core. It doesn't mean parallelism. And that's an important distinction. Honestly, as much as people shit NVIDIA on Linux, the drivers worked and early. AMD, however, Jesus fucking Christ. FGLRX was horror. I've never known. I've only ever heard people say like, oh, it's way better on AMD, and on NVIDIA it's horrible. I did have a bad experience in the past, especially getting like VR working. Oh my god. VR was still kind of a pain to get working today, but it was a lot better. And I appreciate the fuck out of that. Chat is so kind, going completely silent on our catch up. I firmly believe AMD only released their specs because they couldn't get their shit together. Alrighty. AMD had worse performance for their drivers than CPU rasterization crashed a lot. They had pretty junk Windows drivers as well. Yeah. It does make me think, it's like, yeah, if they could get Windows drivers right, who's to say they were necessarily getting Linux ones right? The best I could tell is that they had better community support than NVIDIA. NVIDIA was really just like, yeah, fuck you. We don't want to play nice. Like, even Linus Torvalds was bitching about it. So like that was the idea in my head. There's like, yeah, the support was worse, but in terms of just drive performance, yeah, AMD's beefed it quite a bit. It's a little concerning. Modern Windows AMD drivers have been pretty bad from what I've heard. From people like switching over. Weird instability. Okay. After that long nerdy detour, there's nothing else like the hour-long RE stream preamble. I was literally just about to wrap that up because we have a game to play. We do indeed have a game to play, and I should start playing it. I'm going to launch it. That's what I'm going to do right now. It's going to be a good time. It wouldn't be an RE stream without getting horrendously off track. It's fun. And hey, as long as you all enjoyed it, we're all good. Yeah, I'm not gonna bitch because I forgot about stream for a half hour. Undiagnosed ADHD. With the intersect between autism and ADHD, it's like, do I even need it? I kind of know what I need to know. I know the symptoms at least. Wouldn't have it any other way. That's great to hear. Oh yeah, for those of y'all that missed it, the reason that I was half an hour late to start is because I was watching Apollo 13 footage. It was really interesting. And very relevant for the game we're about to play. Speaking of the game I'm about to play, I'm actually gonna quickly... I'm wearing like a really warm, comfy gown right now, but I kind of need to not because my room is quickly warming up. So I'm gonna throw this off real quick for thermals. One moment. Right. 30 to 80 FPS, 32 chunks on fancy graphics. And the thing is, on a Steam Deck, you wouldn't even really see the 32 chunks that well on that smaller screen. If you went 16 and you're still hitting consistently over 60, you're good. You're in such a good position. And especially if you frame cap it to save battery as well, you just need 40 FPS. Like, that's fully playable. That's really good. They should be proud. Good job, Mojang. Autism, ADHD, it's called being awesome. Right. If I recall correctly, we have to go to a horrible, awful place that I hate. So that's nice. Yeah, let's get on that. That thing goes... That is really close by. Hold on. Kind of bizarre how close by that was. Hold on. Kind of want to check that out. I think that's it over there. Oh, that's the interloper. Fuck. I think I totally lost the probe. Hey, Quantum Moon, though. That's cool. Don't think we're going there right now, though. Where was the funny probe? Is that it? I think... No, that's the white hole, actually. That's the white hole. Very different. Oh. Wait. Is that dotted? That's way too small. That looks like it's just, what am I saying? Pfft, I forget. Whatever. It looks like, just one of the stars in the galaxy. Jeez, am I going that far off course that quickly? I guess I am. Hello, interloper. I've already explored you. Interesting, the white hole already has stuff around it. The effort it takes to get back on course here. Right. There's a tiny chunk here. That seems relevant. The first scene that comes through here. Because you forgot where in the game you are? Yeah. I think I've cleared a lot of stuff, but not all for sure. I don't know if I've seen this before. What the hell? Okay, well... Can I get in here, maybe? I can. Maybe I do recognize this place. We'll find out. Uh-huh. This is not familiar. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Bristle Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body, in this case, Brittle Hollow. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. Sure. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during this alignment to be warped. That's the station, that's the thing. Yeah. And I would pretty much definitely lose my ship if I went through there, but... Ember Twin Projection Stone. I mean, nice, but... Yeah, I don't have a... Unless... Ah. I understand. Okay. I'll leave that be for now. It's dark in here. Okay. I get the gist, though. Nope. Oh, I can probably drop this, actually. Whoops, too far, too far, too far. Just go back. This is just that warp station. Why did it have the fuck huge ice? Yeah, I don't recall the ice, but I do recall the warp station. I don't know. It is just now free spinning though, so I'll leave it do its thing. Yeah, it's like wrapped around it. Kind of bizarre. Oh, there's some more bits of Brittle Hollow. Very nice. Right. Now, as for what I actually want to do lore-wise, did I just fly past some debris there? I don't know. Whatever. Right. We'll drift here for a second. Is that galaxy exploding? Yeah, there's a couple. Bunch of them going supernova. Or not galaxy star system. It's only recently occurred to me that there's a big difference between a galaxy and a star system. Or solar, yeah, star system, solar system, same deal. Still can't get there at present. Perhaps there is a way to get there, but I don't know of it just yet. Okay. Areas that need exploring. It's literally just the Sunless City. Not ideal, but yeah. That is on Ember Twin, which ideally I would have wanted to have visited as early as possible, but I'm not going to have an opportunity to do that. I wonder, do I just try and explore something else for the time being? Kind of fuck it, we ball, whatever. So you have to notice when there's Burl Hollow bits everywhere. Sunless City is silly weird. It's silly creepy is what it is. It's dark and there's a threat of being crushed at any moment. It's kind of mid, actually. Hello, sun. Ooh, is that the... It is Quantum Moon. Cool. Okay, Retro Rockets, chill the fuck out. Yeah, look at that. There's no way. There's no way I'd be able to get in there and properly explore. Kind of a goner. I can at least survey the area to figure out the best way to get in there. That might be helpful. I remember this. I remember the oopsie I had last time. So I'm gonna park somewhere else. It's interesting how this, like, eerie music plays whenever I'm nearby, forgotten their name. Nomai. When I'm by this Nomai architecture. Oh! It's literally right here. It's literally blocked off. No quantum cactus today. No, that's just how it is. Ow, fuck. That hurt. Whatever. The shuttle is currently resting at the comet. What comet was that again? I don't remember. Call home, activate the gravity cannon. I think the track is called Nomai. It would make sense. Can't remember. Resting at the comet. Does anyone remember? Oh, the interloper! And then I can... yeah, and it's like covered in the ice. Was I... Yeah! And then they would have died on board the ship while it was frozen. Okay. A lot of the lore is now, like, syncing back up for me. That's good. I fear our situation may be dire. Pi, Poke, and I have landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in the star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and ascended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pi, come back to me safely, my friends. Gravity cannon straight into the sun, anyone? Could be funny. Right. Well, yeah, no exploring the sunless city in the current state, because that's going to be, like, buried full of sand. Hey, look, Quantum Moon again. Nope. There it is. I don't really feel like going to the Quantum Moon. I still don't really know what to do when I get there. The hope is that the sunless city will give me a lot more information. I'm currently kind of lacking. What if I ask you for some more information? I somehow doubt you're going to have anything special for me beyond what you've already told me, but it might be worth asking. No, it's Gabbro who has different stuff to say, different points of each cycle. Hello. Goodness, it's you. Hello. I take your first launch went well. Oh, yeah, we done this. I have a question for you. How dangerous is that big column of falling sand? On a scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it a 7 or 8. Awfully pretty, though. Right now, sand is flowing from ash twin to ember twin. But did you know that the process eventually reverses? We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomena. Oh, if you'd like to see something interesting, check out the other twin once a little more of its sand drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. I mean, I guess I could do that. It's something to do for this cycle, aside from just, you know, waiting it out and dying. Away I go. Oh shit. I'll make way. You know everything you need for the Quantum Moon, but it's completely valid to be over it for a while. I guess in theory I know everything I need, but as for like assembling it all together, I've still gotten kind of stuck on that. It's a logic puzzle I've not quite figured the solution to yet, unfortunately. Yeah, because it was like, I needed the rule of quantum imaging in order to get there in the first place, which I did. And then I needed the rule of quantum entanglement, which I manipulated. There was a third rule. Oh, the sixth location. Yeah, the rule of the sixth location. I think that's the part. I think I've reached the sixth location, but I can't get there while the tower is at the... Is it the North Pole? One of the poles. I can't get there while it's at the pole because the tower itself can't move without me in it, and I can't get to... Sorry. The tower can't move with me in it, and I can't get to it when it's at the North Pole. So it feels a bit chicken and egg, and I'm not 1,000,000% sure how to solve that dilemma. So it kind of is what it is, I guess. For now, anyway. Such interesting structures. I could pretty safely park here, I think. Without my ship, you know, descending onto the other planet. Or ascending, depending on your relative gravity. Me when I can't spoil it because I forgot how the fuck it works. You can't park there, mate. Find me another spot to park. Oh. I'm sorry? Oh, motherfucker, you just put me on Timber Earth. I mean, that's cool. Wait a second. Wait. Have I ever been able to read this? Return or set is charged. Step onto the warp procedure to... Oh, what? How long was I able to warp for? Did I just time that immensely fucking well? Was I just in perfect alignment with Timber Hearth at the right moment? That's huge. That's really fucking cool. What a coinky dink. That's a way of finding out how those work. I knew in theory how it worked. I just never actually experienced it working on account of the conditions not being correct. Means I can probably get rid of my my scout there. Oh, they got warp points at like all these different locations. And something going on here. I think I explored this already. Warp core from the Black Hole Forge. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were flirting on the... flirting on the scrolls. Peem. It's amazing. What does that have to be in alignment with? I'm surprised you remember so much. I remember, like... It's in bits. It's in bits. It's probably not like a super complete lore dump in my head, but it's something. I would like to think I remember enough to get by. Do I get up here after completing some lore thing? I think I do. Is all the sand left, by the way? Oh no, that's still clearing. Okay. Hey babe, what if we were both girls and we flirted on the scrolls? You would fucking do this. 100% you would do this. Really hope the big fucking sand tower doesn't come flying at me while I'm climbing up here. It'd be unfortunate. Yeah, it's coming back around fast enough where I don't really want to flex with it. I'll leave it be. Poke and Clary died in the interloper later. Yeah, and I saw their bodies. That was fun. Oh, hey. Speaking of two dead guys. Sure hope I'm safe in this here building. Yeah, that's nice. Get out the way! Light ain't getting any greener, pal. Haha, there is no point in me being up here. Alright. Easy does it. A little bit more of the boost. Hello. Is this new? Oh, I was able to get back here before. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. How curious. Raimi thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this, and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. That, at least, we can agree on. Okay, never mind. I think I have read that dialogue. That's just a bunch of deadly cactus overgrowth. Is there anything, like, meaningful back here? It's mostly stuff that would kill me. but for fun. A door. Some scroll. Okay, okay. Aw, boo. Lame. Son, you having a good time? You seem a little ill. Oh, shit. Let me get back to my ship and refuel that. Ow. We're not quite at the point of the sun exploding, but we're getting there. I'm just exploring, recalling some lore, passing the time. Yeah, it's pretty much the only area I haven't explored. Sucks that it's the one area I don't want to explore, but, you know, what else do I do? I don't think there's going to be any game-changing lore in there, though. I think I have gotten most of it, and I'm basically towards the end of the game at this point. It's just the conundrum with the quantum pillar, or the quantum shrine in the sixth location that I've not quite figured out yet. But we're getting there. Eventually. Can kind of explore this tower a little bit more, I guess. I believe that these are just like solar. Don't really have a reason to believe that it's much else. I just realized they're called the Hourglass Twins, and they basically count down to the demise of the whole solar system. Ain't that funny? It's really cool stuff in Bramble you haven't seen yet. Oh, right. Yeah. That fucking Bramble that I hate. Do I even have, like, an unexplored questline there? Well, not one that the game's telling me about, anyways. Yeah, okay. We're hitting that point now. This sun is going to die very soon. This looks like it has to be solar. I don't understand what else this could be. Yeah, there's the music. There's a few more points that's not necessary, I guess. Yeah, might be a good, like, story for the background of the Nomai. I have a clue in my head for how I might get past that, but yeah. Look at the fire still going there. Should really, like, sit by one of these guys while the sun is exploding and just see if they even react at all. Learn more about how to go there safely in the Sunless City. Interesting. I already have a clue, but yeah, that'll be interesting to find out. Don't want to say which places are important. To be fair, I only have so many places to go, so it's no big deal. One would imagine I would eventually find all the information I need if I'm like a completionist and I follow all the little lore trails. So it's all good. Quantum Moon, the Center Giant's Deep, Finding Harmonica, Goober, High Energy Lab. Oh yeah. Sun Station, but I feel like that's going to be a important part. Actually, yeah, Sun Station. No, I think Ash Twin Project. I think it's like in there, like deep down in there that I'm trying to get to. I think that's... No, that's not sixth location. It's something else. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Goodbye, universe. Bye-bye. Woo! Quantum Moon. Hi, Quantum Moon. I swear, you are around a lot more often than I'm used to. And now you're gone. Goodbye. Right. Sunless City. My hatred. Literally just a claustrophobia that gets me, but look, who knows what it is. I've been giving some more thought to the specific quirks of space travel, namely how kind of just speeding through the atmosphere, like at a slight ramp up until you just hit escape velocity and fling out of the orbit, is a pretty optimal way for leaving planets. Interesting thought. Oh my fucking god, Ashwin in the way. Get out of here. You're blocking me. Right. Now I just land my ship here. I don't recall the thing that makes my ship explode. Maybe I actually use landing view for this one. Come on. Nope, this way. Uh-huh. Nope, nope. Nope. That's... You're way off. You're way off. Uh-huh. There we go. Now we're talking. Right. What? No. Where am I going? This way? Yes. Cool. Yeah. Depends on if it's Outer Worlds or Kerbal Space. Oh, shit. I forgot about this. Fuck. I didn't think about that. Great. Now I have to figure out an alternative on really short notice. That's fantastic. Alright, what options are available to me? That tunnel, maybe? Where does it lead? I guess probably connected to that, right? Stands to reason that they... Yeah, because the escape hatch. Yeah. Okay. I think it's the way to go. Ow. We're fine. It's gotta kind of speed run through this silly ship. Which way again? Yeah, this escape hatch. Enormous cavern. Long term. Uh-huh. Walk forward until you meet the sandfall of the pits, turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations, climb upward through the opening. And climb upward. What a fucked up cave. The planets don't follow preset orbits. Interesting. Be really funny if you could just throw a planet off its orbit. Uh-huh. On the far side... Okay, hold on. The bridge isn't strong. On the far side, look for the tunnel hidden behind the falling sand. Uh-huh. We're good. Only a little left to go. Sweet. And we made it. This, I presume... Ah, yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hello, critter. Wow, nice one. Fucking nailed that. Cool, some children died in here. I can't read the lore on account of that. I don't see an alternative entrance. Yeah, I know that viewpoint. I did get there through some other means before, but that's not helpful because it's still walled off. That's a way in, but I know basically nothing else about that. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of helpful. Something on the surface. Is that the lore they want me to read, I wonder? That might be it. Fuck, it is gonna be, because it's about those fucking guys that I hate. Okay, hold on. Well, if it's up, I need to go. Then... not down there. That's probably a bad place to go. That will kill me immediately. I'm gonna say no on those. The casual Outer Wilds sweat is here. How can I assist? I have 26 or 31 achievement. You can assist by not backseating. That'd be a good one. I'm getting like pretty close to figuring all this stuff out. Got a lot of the lore out the way. Don't remember if I read this. Let's give it a look. You've been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station. Don't worry. The station is in such a low stellar orbit, so we've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ash Twin. Oh. It's a purely theoretical exercise on my part, Yarrow. Who doesn't love computing a good low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? Pi, I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved it will be easy to return to Ash Twin regularly. That would be Pi. That would be Pi. I told her we wouldn't be traveling there by shuttle and that the sun station doesn't even have a landing pad, but she said she knew. Interesting. Low stellar orbit, shuttle trajectory. Okay. Well, that's interesting. My ship log just got updated. I definitely have not read that line. There's a couple I was uncertain of, but I've definitely not read that one. Okay. That checks one thing off my list. Again, can't go down there. I will die. Or at least I'll get my ass pricked really hard and it won't be comfy. Howdy. Gravity cannon. Ah! Alternative entrance! Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. What? That's unexpected. Okay. Ghost matter there. Ah, that's the fuck-ass entrance that's blocked. Hey, what? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's right behind here. I just shortcut the whole time? That's fucked. Alright, whatever. It's fine. That is good that we know now, though. That will actually be very useful for future travels if I need them. The hope is that I don't need to go, like, far down. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of like a stairway down. That whole situation. Oh, shit. Well, I guess I'm going down. Whatever. Stepping Stone Cave. I'll have a gander with the time that we've got. Uh-huh, I'm aware. What kind of fucking cave is this? Uh-huh, I know. I hope this round trips. Make my life a bit easier. Bro, I need you to quiet your breathing. It's freaking me out. I know I'm low on O2. Don't worry. I think this is new. We're meeting in the fossil fish cave to play the game. If you're too big to climb through the anglerfish overlook hole, you'll have to go the long way, but it isn't far. Go to Stepping Stone Cave and then up into the fossil fish cave. I tried to get to the fossil fish through Stepping Stone Cave, but I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Taggart can't fit through the anglerfish overlook hole anymore because he grew bigger. He's taller than Ivy now. Who cares? Illick is still tallest. Remember to feed the fossil fish first. If you go into the anglerfish overlook and throw a light into his mouth, he'll show you the way. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, I figured that much out through guesswork eventually, but okay, cool. We're back central. It does loop around. As I hoped. Right, let me... because my oxygen's about to fucking burn out. Thank you kindly. Mm-hmm. I think I understand a lot more about why the cycles happen the way that they do. Anglerfish Overlook District, Stepping Stone District, RNG Lab Trailhead. The Overlook? Yeah. Did that. Not what I'm looking for. Thankfully, this is all, like, high level. I can conceivably get here. Oh shit. That was close. I've been here before? Yeah, I have. Right, yeah, that was with the fucking kill me and die cactus. What? If I slip back here. Okay. Interesting. I've been in this area before on my first trip to Sunless City, and I did not find anything. I don't suspect I'm going to magically find something now. And up there again is Nothing Burger. What was the line again? I think that's the exit from the anglerfish situation. Unless there's something here? No, I went here. That's gravity cannon, which, again, can't do shit with. Something to do with the eye here. I might be able to explore more of this, actually, on accounts of actually knowing how to detect for ghost matter now. Maybe? Also, why did I put that down? Is there something to pick up? No? Okay. Whatever then. Yeah, it's way too deadly. Pretty much anything around there will kill me. I can explore this, though. And find not much. Yeah, this isn't great. Uh-huh. I did read these. This I know. There is something mysterious about the Eye of the Universe. They found it. They still don't really know what it is. And I believe at least one of their kind did find it eventually. Maybe at the cost of their life, but... Ooh, cool. The sand is rising. That seems like a good time to leave. Ow. Uh-oh. Yep, my time is real short here. Ooh, tell me I still have a way out. I might not. Oh, fucking, we're using oxygen now? I might just be dead in a minute, actually. I might have lollygagged a little too long. Because I can't leave that way, it's blocked. That, I'm pretty sure, was my way in. I think I die. I think I die. I can meditate. Yeah, it's better than getting all my bones crushed. Yeah, okay. Still no clue about that anglerfish situation. You can't fit through the hole. There was some hole that they were talking about. I have new lore bites that I can at least refer to when I get back to my ship later. That might give me more information on how to access that tunnel. But right now... Yeah, I kind of got nothing. I can kind of just hop down here, yeah? It's whatever. Oh! Look at that! I forgot. My emergency exit. Oh, I do not have a whole lot of O2, though. Shit. That's really not good, huh? Oh, easy. Easy does it. Climb safe. Maximize our chances of getting out of here alive. There we go. 60 seconds. I can probably make it to my ship on foot in 60 seconds. Yeah, thank God. I didn't even remember the shortcut. I was just like, well, this is the only way for me to go, so I might as well go. Thank God it was the right direction. Hello, ship. Just gonna... Woohoo, boy! All right. Well, that was fun. Tell you what, because that does mean we're nearing the end of this cycle. Second time this loop. Right. Right. New connection. Ah. Ah. Now, my children used to play a game in Fossilfish Cave. There's a way to enter Fossilfish Cave from Stepping Stone Cave. The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first. Ah. It's not asking me to check this anymore, which is interesting. I can still go to it to get a picture. If I wanted to. And I suppose I can. Okay, hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's a way to safely travel to Sun Station from Ash Twin. The Nomai debated building a Sun Station in order to power the Ash Twin project. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. To safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. How do you safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin? How does that work? They were talking about, like, flight trajectories and stuff. Right? Yeah, Sun Station from Ash Twin. Oh, I suppose... Okay, actually, yeah, I'll get into the little lore bits that I've figured out. So the reason that the sun keeps exploding is because the Ash Twin project... Oh, sorry. Specifically the Sun Station. The Ash Twin project, I think, is fine. But the Sun Station... Ooh, it's very hot, huh? The Sun Station keeps falling into the sun. Wow, yeah, I am really close, huh? Not many safe ways for me to do this. Oh, shit. I'm back in atmosphere. Well, that's unfortunate. Whatever, we ball. Yeah. So... The Sun Station keeps falling into the sun. That's what... No. Stop. That's what causes the sun to explode. The reason I keep reviving is because of the Ash Twin project, which has my memories stored. And in the event of a catastrophic failure, it is built to... I guess it's whatever its contingency situation is. Wow, I completely fucking broke that. That's funny. Oh, wait. There's something still wrong with the reactor? That looks okay to me. Is that exterior? I didn't see anything. Oh, whatever. It's going to explode soon anyway. Who cares? Yeah, Sun Station falling into the sun. And they were very... So there are some people who were very not cool with the Sun Station just as a concept because it could be catastrophic to the universe. Though, interestingly, there are a lot of other solar systems that are exploding all around us. So that implies a lot of sun stations in, like, every solar system. So, like, have the Nomai just, like, repeatedly fucked this up an infinite number of times? Just as a species? Also, I could have sworn I just saw a blue flare traveling around the sun's equator there. I feel like that's interesting. That's of note. But whatever, we ball. I'll just get in orbit of the sun, I think. Oh, I am getting closer to the sun. So I'm gonna backpedal a bit away from it. Yeah, it's gotta pull. Hold on. Let me try and get into a sustainable orbit. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know it's about to happen. Don't worry about it. Oh, God. My whole vision is red. Staring at this goddamn sun. It's fine. Yeah. That's what I think is causing everything to happen. I just very conveniently got scanned into the Ash Twin project before the Sun Station fell into the sun. Possibly like eons or millennia since the Nomai all like perished in our solar system. Let me just... Wow, you're still pulling me, huh? Alright, whatever. This is fine. It's not, I'm not gonna fall into it anytime soon. Yeah. And then Ash Twin has like this emergency protocol something or other? I presume with all of the quantum fuckery they've been doing, it does something with time? I'm really curious how the Ash Twin project is... Okay, hold on. They build a sun station to power it. On the side, they seem to be dicking around with quantum stuff. They almost seem to be two separate, like, fields of research from the Nomai. And that's something that's, like, I'm not 1,000,000% certain about. We could just be at a very, like, particular point in time where, like, just star systems are just growing old and dying out. But I do definitely notice the sun stations are gone long before the sun actually explodes. So I imagine they just fall into the sun. Anyway, I'm gonna die now. Right. I do want to experiment with something real quick. Now that I know I don't have to go into like a really deep unknown location in the Sunless City, I am actually going to willfully explore it. I'm going to do that. And I know the shortcut, so that's going to be super helpful. Can't believe I only found that now, but, you know, whatever, we ball. But yeah. I would definitely like to get to the sun station if I can. Like, that's it right there, I believe? Yeah, I do believe that is the sun station. Ooh, we're gonna overshoot significantly. I'm flying way too fast. Okay, only in autopilot are my thrusters able to pull that much weight. That shit's crazy. Alright, anyway. Let me just get over here. We'll get nice and close to that little entryway, because that's going to be very important. We'll get somewhere I can access without having to climb up the rocks, maybe? Because that was very inconvenient last time when I was very low on air. It's interesting. It seems like this whole kind of cliff edge collapsed on the entrance, but they still thankfully had a way to get out. Anyway, we know the way, we know the way. To my knowledge, there's one really big question that goes unanswered, just the DLC answers. Oh yeah, I forget this game has DLC. Yeah, neato. Ooh, actually. Ooh, I kind of want to know what's at the bottom. Hold on. Go on, then. We'll have a peruse. While we can. The High Energy Lab. Oh! This is something I wasn't able to explore yet. That rings a bell. Sure, let's explore. What is in the High Energy Lab before it gets buried with sand? Also, how are they operating this while it was getting buried with sand? Oh, hello. Looks like I have time at least. Oh, fucking no, 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 no. Ah, bitch. Okay, let's try that again. Once more with feeling. No, you fucker! No! Ooh, that was close. Let me smack my head into that cactus. Oh, I have a lot of time. Oh, do I have to step over the sand? Is that the fucking problem? Wait, but no, how would I be able to get through? How would that be possible? Oh, no, the game blocks me. That's so annoying. Okay, can we not, please? Okay, so I have to wait until the sand has climbed up to that position. That's kind of mid. That was kind of most what I had planned right here, but You fool! The game has planted an invisible, impenetrable wall that you just cannot get through until a condition is met. It sucks you have to be here super early because the door's so low. Oh, I'm just going to die then after the... Yeah, okay, it's as I feared. I'm just going to die after this. Whatever. I guess I'll check out the anglerfish stuff later. So that was your day. Fuck off. Alright, well... You know, now would be a good time to talk about Linux stuff, actually. It's occurred to me. Might be an idea. Oh, I can leave after through a one-way door. Well, that's nice. And then I know an easy way back into the city, so that's all good. I blew so much of my fuel doing that, though. Not ideal, but we ball, we ball. Some problems are a matter of right place, right time, which, yeah, I figured, but... So what's your favorite kernel compilation options? I've not compiled the kernel. I have compiled Android. I did build AOSP before. That sucked. That was horrible. It's one of my least favorite experiences, and I wish to never do it again. That's most of my story on that. Right. Now I just do this and don't get buried by the fucking sand. I think building OSP is probably way harder than building Linux kernel. Yep. Monorepo, my favorite. Why'd you compile Android? Because I think it was specifically... Okay, bro, relax. I wanted to build Android, like a newer version of Android for my older phone that there wasn't a crazy amount of community support for. That was my method, basically. Right, great. Okay. Right. Oh. Good fucking grief. Okay. Yeah, just in time. Fuck me. Okay. Oh, what? That's the exit, I presume. So I'm not going to go there just yet. Oh, fuck, my O2's kind of low, too. It takes me down. Death, death, and death. Wait, what? Or am I missing something? The cable goes up there, but I can't go up there. Because it's gonna pull me down, and even if I went up, it would just kill me. So I have to proceed. Do the exit? Okay. Oh shit, yeah. Look, whatever I do, it needs to involve getting out of here, so... Huh! You know, I'll be real. For a moment, I thought it was a dead-end area, and y'all were trolling the fuck out of me. and I would have found it very funny, but I would have also told you all to go fuck yourselves. Okay. So they would literally just run experiments in there, I guess. Oh. Do I have to... Oh! Oh! Read stuff first? True, I didn't even bother reading anything. I was just kind of like playing. Records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Remy and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the white hole station. Hypothesis. It is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. An update. Our experiments here reproduce the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eyes. To that end, we decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Remy, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Remy and I are about to run a new test. Oh, whoops. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. Hypothesis confirmed! Hypothesis confirmed! I saw it! Pi saw it! Hypothesis confirmed! This is beyond extraordinary! This changes everything! What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application! They fucking discovered time travel. I guess? The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but you're currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Remy and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? You're a gas pie. My pun is intended, Remy, so I believe it's you who's aeriform. 22 minutes. I remember someone mentioning that I'd get a clue for exactly the interval between these cycles. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the White Hole Station, to connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Poke, Root, and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Warp towers to connect Ash Twin. Directly to each... Okay. Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Kindly stop reminding me. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. Oops. The Giant's Deep Tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Holy shit. She's getting it, chat. She's getting it. Giant's Deep is a cyclone. Timber Hearth is the geyser mountain? Geyser mountain? What the fuck looks like... Oh, the actual towers themselves. Okay, actually none of these are particularly clear. This is definitely Ash Twin. I presume that's the sun. Just with the spikes and whatever. Middle one, that has to be Giant's Deep, right? Cyclone. The middle. I'm connecting these dots at the same time as you because I've never gotten this spot. Oh shit. This one, I'm thinking Bristle Hollow. Something about that tower. Maybe this is the cyclone. Yeah, actually. That kind of clicks a bit better. I'm less certain about this then. They're in order. Not following, unfortunately. I'm willing to take a guess that this is the sun, though. Oh, wait. Oh, in order of their distance? Oh. If that's what you're referring to, then yeah, okay, so the sun would be the one with all the little spikes coming out of it. Which makes sense. It looks very sun-like. I don't know what to see this building. Oh, nice. Oh, that's Peem. This door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings of the White Hole Station. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Remy and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize it's an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. And that's the way down to the Sunless City. Ah, at the Funky Tower. Okay. I will close this then so it doesn't get filled up with sand. There's still something to do here. Oh, yeah. No, I realize I've only figured out part of it. This is where they ran the experiment. This is just a regular old warp core. Oh. 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 Do I have to close it first? That seems unnecessary. I'll just check to see if it, like, makes noise. No. Okay, so it's completely unnecessary. This can stay open. That's fine. Is there still a light in here? Okay, it's just like an ambient light. Oh, it's probably off of these, actually. That's fine. Okay, so you kind of have two black holes in a location. Kind of a black and a white. Can you have a white and a white? No. You cannot do that. I don't know if the order of these matter. That's one thing I'm less certain about. Oh, hello. Oh. 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 Two white holes. No. You still cannot have two white holes in a location. Oh. Whoa, shit. That's cool. Error duplicate signal. That's hilarious. Okay. Two black hole. No two black hole. Doesn't like that combination. It has to be a black and a white hole. I do wonder what the relevance of these other ones is then. There does have to be a little bit of a buffer. Can only fuck around with it so much, I guess. That is cool. That is very cool. But now what? That does give me, like, fascinating lore insight. They have figured out a way to send something back 22... Well, I don't know if they did 22 minutes. Hold on. Did they? Render it visible. They did do it visibly. They then wanted the power to do 22 minutes. Oh, for fuck's sake, I closed it! There's two. Their implications subject exiting the white hole before entering the black hole. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to figure those out right now because the fucking lab is filling up with sand. Stupid sand. Well, actually, there is still something I can do here. Oh, ship! You're at the other fucking end of the planet, of course you are. Okay, well that's cool. Oh, I'm just gonna scooch past you. Hope you don't mind. See you later. As long as I don't hit escape velocity, we're okay. Oh, back it up, back it up. We're good. Oh, I was getting low on fuel. Okay, that's really interesting. There's a revelation there that I've still not quite picked up on just yet, but I know that that is a really important discovery. They figured out time travel, which probably explains a lot about how Ash Twin functions. They seem to have immediately pivoted to Ash Twin, in fact, when that happened. Okay. I don't have a crazy amount of time to do... Oh, and the door... Oh, right, the fucking door is busted. There appears to be one other way to get in there. It would have to be underground, but how do I get under here? Ideally, I figured out before cycle end, but I'm not super confident. Tiny tunnel? No, no tiny tunnel. Do any of these towers have a method of getting lower down? And then, like, traversing? Oh, I probably don't want to be here, do I? There's still sand on this planet. Ooh, easy. Okay, relax. You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna... whole plan's gonna explode anyways. Who cares? Who cares? She didn't do the funny. I didn't have time to do the funny, unfortunately. This is for a different area. I don't remember what it's for, but it's not the area I want to go to. Someone died trying to get here, apparently. Where do you go? I don't know if it matters, but like... Oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Shit. 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 Nope. That's fine. It took my ship, didn't it? Yeah, it took my ship. It took my ship. And it's rapidly descending. Yeah, look, happens. Okay. Well, that revelation about this, this has to be the Sun Warp Station. That's a really disappointing discovery. Was really hoping that must be the safe way to get there that they were referring to. Oh, there's shit to read in there. No, there's a way. There has to be a way. It's further down, but there has to be a way. Fuck it. For the little time I'm still alive. Let's see, can I figure something out? Underground tunnel anywhere? Hello? Surely here somewhere. I don't see anything. Do I have to go deeper down? Like... I've been inside that warp tower? That's fucked up. They didn't even tell me. This brings me up, but it's like a totally separate tower. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, the tower just kind of ends there. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I guess I die. Yeah, that is a pretty ground. It's very nice. Okay. There's definitely lore updates on my ship, so I'll have a look. There might be something in my logs that can...
It's time to drink water.
And tell me how to get to the sun.
It's time to drink water.
It is time to drink water, chat. You know the deal. If you have water with you, drink it. And if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water's good for you. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh. The Nomai successfully reproduced the temporal anomaly first observed at the White Hole Station. Warped objects appear to arrive before they depart. The Nomai discovered they could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp cores. The Nomai wanted to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. They concluded it would require new technology to produce the necessary energy, as well as an advanced warp core to handle those energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Interesting. and is powered by the sun station. Designs for each of the towers on Ash Twin's equator. Each tower warps to a different planet, although many Nomai were quick to note that the sun is not actually a planet. Each tower is designed to visually reflect its warp destination. The towers allowed the Nomai to quickly travel between Ash Twin and all other locations crucial to the Ash Twin project. But I've been inside that tower? The central chamber inside Ash Twin is physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. That's that sparkly mineral that was coming out of Timber Hearth. The Nomai plan to construct a technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval at Ash Twin. That's the revive at each cycle. Every memory recorded by Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin, which is how I remember things and whatever. Nomai mines. The Nomai mined ore from the site to craft a protective shell. Yeah, okay. I'm understanding a lot, for sure. Backwards time travel also implies negative speed is also possible, since you're moving through space-time at the speed of light. Huh. Yeah. Quantum shit's fun. Makes no fucking sense with our traditional understanding of science, but fuck, it is fun. Especially for, like, science fiction. It's very fun for that. So Timber Hearth would be the geyser situation, right? Oh, right. Okay. It's early side profile and upper. Side profile, upper. Side profile, upper. Gotcha. Sun, Ash Twin, Timber Hearth, Brittle Hollow, and Giant's Deep. That makes a lot of sense, and that matches the order on the map. Gotcha. Moving backwards through time when we move through space, time, and negative speed of light. Yeah. Quantum, they seem more relatively, I think. Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry. It's, yeah, right. They are loosely connected. There's some connection between quantum and what Ash Twin is doing. Yeah, actually, these are... Okay, the three fields. Understood, yeah. Quantum shit. Ash Twin revival for 22 minutes shit. Orbital probe cannon searching for the eye of the universe, which dabbles in the quantum. Their research into it dabbles in the quantum. And specifically stuff about the vessel and figuring out what the fuck happened there. Okay. Oh, it's the upper profile. I thought it was just evil, intimidating orbs. I thought it was like logos. Like a sun logo, an Ash Twin logo. But no, it's actually the upper profile. That makes sense. Yeah, physics. Physics is so cool. Okay. I wouldn't have time now, unfortunately. We are at 2 hours. So I wouldn't be able to explore more stuff right now. But let's see if we can think of what's next. Because if I can have an idea of what I'm doing next stream, we can kind of hit the ground running, and I think that'd be really awesome. The Outer Rock, I believe, has been fully explored. Yeah, there were like 2 things there. There was like 2 craters actually housing something. Yeah, you crashed your shuttle, planted a flag. Oh, right. This doohickey. I vaguely recall this doohickey. Hold the phone. I nearly left. Is that my suit? That would have been bad. Huh. That damn it's so close, is that because we're ending off, or I presume it's because of that. This doesn't appear to have any warp functionality. So despite that aiming at the sun, I don't think that's gonna get me to the sun. Was there any other warp thing that could be configured to hit the sun? It was about how you left the ship? Oh, y'all really wanted me to do the funny. Okay, well, you know what? We are ending off, so... Smile. We're good. My lungs hurt a little, but we're good. It's not the same if it's intentional. That would be really funny if I did. It would be. Okay, yeah, there are things of note on the planet. Well, on the moon. There are things of note on the moon, but nothing too crazy. It does appear to have been entirely explored. Yeah, nothing more to find. Go to the guy's camp and do it, you'll breathe. There are trees there that refuel my oxygen, so I'm inclined to believe you. I forgot, was bro wearing their suit? Oh yeah, bro's not even wearing the suit. Smile, yeah. I trust you guys. Never lie to me. It's so weird not having the UI on another planet. Oh, hey! Quantum Moon shout out. Yo, what's shaking, brother? Y'all good? It is eerie how you're like almost identical trajectory. Yeah. Talk to you later. And the moon's gone. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, okay. So I say, what the hell was that, like, lens flare thing? No, it's the smoke. Okay. What's going on with the geysers over here? Yeah, I guess that definitely explains why they built the towers that way, huh? This is very much a geyser-centered planet. What do you think of the chances I can, like, get into one of these? Should I try it? I mean, fuck while I'm here, right? For fun. Oh, cool. Where am I? Oh. That's cool. All right, yeah. They're just like little connected tunnels. Oh shit. I'm sure that's fine. Let me just see, nothing got damaged. I wasn't in the ship, ergo I could not have been personally responsible for any of the damages, ergo it doesn't get damaged. It can only get damaged if there's an insurance claim to be made. I had the funny quantum forest. Yeah, we're getting real familiar with all of the different elements of this. Hello. On the notes. Interesting. Yeah, it's just ghost matter. Doesn't seem to be any, like, door to a secret area or anything. Ah, yeah, and there's the funny area. So if I had actually fully explored Timber Hearth, I would have found some interesting information, but I just kind of, like, sent it off the planet because I got excited. Which is fair. This game definitely does have a lot of different playstyles. And this is a DLC area. I recall this. So I'm not able to go there right now. Maybe at some points I will do DLC, but it's... I definitely, once I get through main story here, I will be taking quite a big break so I can, like, play other stuff. This is fun, though. Having a good time. Been interesting picking apart the... not just the story, but the mechanics. How things work. I like the puzzle solving. Yeah. Okay. So where would I go from here? I wonder. I can try and find another way into the Sun Tower. Because apparently y'all are saying that I did go there before. I have no fucking earthly idea how I got to the Sun Tower. Wait. I don't recall there being an underground component to Ash Twin. There's the Ash Twin project. Well, that's the underground components. Uh-huh. Sun Station. There is a way to safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. It would be the towers. The no my debate of building a Sun Station. Yeah, now everyone supported the construction, and I see why. Sunless City is where they're talking about building a Sun Station to power Ash Twin. The Ash Twin project. There's an achievement for manually landing on the Sun Station. Tell you what. Okay, well that's gonna be difficult. One sec. It is not easy. I'm built different. What can I say? Let's, Oh, I can't even, like, target it. Shit. Okay, well, I have an idea of how to target it. And it involves aligning myself with Ash Twin. Because I presume Ash Twin has eventual consistency. Like it's eventually oriented where the Sun Station is. So I'm thinking if I launch from here while it's aimed at the sun, I will see... Yeah, there it is. Bingo! Sucks I can't target it though. Mid. Piece of cake, guys, piece of cake. No, no. Get me lower. Targeting it would not help. I mean, fair. Don't worry about the temperature gauge. It's all good. Fucking no. Bring me back. Ah! Damn it, orbit. Hold on, maybe this run. We're fine. It's all good. It's all fine. Ancient Nomai ancestors are looking down at me like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? The speed will constantly try and throw you out of orbit. Yeah, I realize I'm not actually a space engineer. So it's kind of difficult for me to figure out that really complex alignments I would need to successfully orbit the sun at a speed matching the sun station. But getting to the sun station the Feldspar way, fucking real. That's true as shit, actually. Alright, well. I've done all I can do with the resources available to me. Right. That was fun. Music. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Fun stream? Yeah, fun stream. Good time. Next week's schedule. What do we got? We're gonna be... Tell you what, okay. Because I don't know how much longer we have in Outer Wilds, I'm gonna have an ultimatum. Monday, Euro Truck Simulator. That's a staple. I like the Monday trucking. It's nice. It's relaxing, especially on a Monday. It's very good. Wednesday, we'll probably continue Outer Wilds. Saturday, we can do Outer Wilds, or we can do Kerbal Space Program. Keeping with the space theme, how do we feel about some Kerbal spacing? I haven't played that game in years. And y'all definitely want to see me attempt aeronautics engineering. That's definitely going to go well. Actually, no. Aeronautics, if I recall correctly, that's just planes. It's astronomics? No, that doesn't sound right. Space engineering. Whatever. I'd say maybe I have two to four streams for completing the game. Interesting. That's roughly what I already have in my existing queue. How do I not already have Kerbal Space Program? Oh, you know what? I played the demo years ago. That's what it is. Okay, tell you what, I'll put it on wishlist. If it goes on sale, I'll get it, because it's like €40, and that's a lot for a game from 2015. Great game, don't get me wrong, and I'm pretty convinced it's still getting updates every once in a while. It's like overwhelmingly positive, so it's probably worth it, but... I tried Kerbal Space Program, couldn't figure out how to make the parachute not fail and kill me. That's unfortunate. Oh, you've been playing Soma. That's sick. That's awesome. Very fun, but I do have to take a break sometimes because it's scary. Do not blame you. Fair fucks you for playing it in the first place. Yeah, I'm definitely in less of a position to do it nowadays, but respect to anyone who can actually play it successfully. They got balls. Oh, they abandoned it for a sequel that sucks. I did hear about a sequel that sucks. I didn't realize they completely dropped the first game in favor of it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wait till it's on sale. Right. Okay. Good time though. We all vibed. It was fun. We outed our wilds. It was great. And yeah, I'll see you all next week. We're gonna be doing Euro Truck Simulator. And it's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna chat. Maybe then we can actually get some more Linux yapping in without it completely derailing the stream content. Because thankfully I can very easily talk and drive more easily now than I did in the first stream. But yeah, cool. All right, everyone, have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever it is you hail from. That is all. I will see you all on Monday. Bye-bye! I don't have a song for this one. Shit. Yeah, that'll do. Bye!